have an experience to share with you today. If only you can lend me your attention. Just while I was thinking of what to do with my life, how I could get the good things of this life, how to become a better person to myself and my society. Just as I was sitting and staring at the good things of this life, a man walked up to me and called me by my name and said to me,
I can help you if only you are willing to do what I want.
I was so surprised. Who could have told him my name? And how does he know that I needed help? But then, I did not bother to ask him any of these questions because I was anxious of his help and would not want to get him annoyed with any of these questions. Then I quickly replied, I am ready to do whatever you want me to do, sir, as long as you can help me get everything I desire. Then he looked deeply into my eyes and said,
I can see how desperate you are, but there is just one thing I want you to do. If I must give you everything you desire.
So I thought for a while within me, what exactly would he require from me? But to my greatest surprise, he turned and said to me, just carry my load and wait for me. That is all I want from you, and I will give you all this that others are dying for. I will even give you those things that your natural strength cannot afford. But all you need to do is to carry my load and wait until I come back with all that I have promised you. I was really amazed at his words. You mean all you need is just for me to carry your load and wait while you go get all my heart desires? That is not a big deal. I can even carry more loads for you, as long as you will come back with those things I need for life. But then he added,
You must not leave until I return.
And that he said with a very strange face, showing how serious he is. But just as he was about leaving, I called on his attention and asked, Sir, would you please tell me when you are returning? And then he replied and said,
Don't worry, boy. I will be back at the appointed time. Just do all I have asked you to do.
And then he quickly left. So I sat down and began to wait. I was really full of excitement, believing that all what I've ever wanted is on their way coming to me. Truly, I looked so foolish to people while I was waiting for my appointed time. People thought I was wasting my time, and some called me all manner of negative names. Even those I thought were on my side all abandoned me because my expectations were not coming as quick as I thought. But in all, I kept on hoping towards that very appointed day. But not too long after, I became weary. I began to think about all what I've been through during this period of waiting. Many questions began to run through my mind. Have I not waited enough? Will that appointed time ever come? What if he fails to fulfill his promises? I cannot afford to see people laugh at me if he eventually fails me. And then I made up my mind to leave his load for him to go look for an other alternative to help my situation, since he has stayed longer than I thought. So I left the position where he asked me to stay, leaving his load and all he instructed. But eventually, not too long after I left, then came a passerby whose condition was even worse than mine. He sat down to rest beside the load, which was just where I was asked to remain. And unfortunately for me, just as this strange man was resting, a little boy came with a key. and said, "My master asked me to bring you this key. Use it to unlock the bag you have beside you. Inside it is the reward of your waiting on the master until this appointed time." And then he opened the bag. Behold, it was full of those things that I've ever waited for, all what I needed for a good living. And just as that was happening, I woke up and realized that it was just a dream. But truly, that was more than just a dream. Then I began to cry to the Lord for His mercies. In any way that I've left the path of life He has instructed me to stay. Oh, how I wish I waited more. But after all, I decided to share this with you. I have too many more words for you, but I would have to stop here for today. But before I go, I want to encourage you to please remain wherever God has asked you to wait until your own appointed time, circumstances notwithstanding. Why? Because He maketh all things beautiful at His own time. And 1,000 years in His sight is like yesterday. May God bless you and strengthen you as you're waiting on Him. Amen.